So, it is exactly high noon in Dundee, and it is sunny and dry. It's also a bank holiday weekend, but having said that, the temperature has changed like it does so often globally in light of the climate change crisis. So, last week it was hot enough for me to wear shorts and go sleeveless and wear sandals, but yesterday, today, and supposedly tomorrow, things are going to get worse. And indeed, they have, in the sense that it's colder, because it's sunny and dry, like I said, but the Scottish wind is blowing, and it's really, really, it's not really, really cold. It's cold to me. Anything below 65 Fahrenheit is cold to me. So I'm like, okay, but indoors it's warm, so that's why I'm sleeveless. So apologies for my absence. I've not been well. I've had a toothache. I didn't know exactly what it was. Actually, you know what? We ain't even gonna go there. You don't want to know what I thought it was, because I tend to think the worst, because that's just the way I am. I always think the worst, and then when, it turns out not to be, I can be really happy. But I think the worst so I can try and be prepared for it. Anyway, I went to the dentist on Thursday. I got an emergency appointment. And it turns out I had an abscess. That's number one. So I'm being treated for that. And I had an emergency tooth extraction way back here. I can see it. I don't know if you can see that one side of my face is swollen, but that was on Thursday. Today is Saturday, and this is the widest I've been able to open my mouth or even talk without pain in a while. And it's my own fault. 50 plus years of Coca-Cola and iced tea and coffee and red wine and white wine and that demon tobacco is catching up to me. So anyway, I'm on the mend. That's why I've not been around, but I am on the mend. Other than that, it was a good week. I met up with my friend Pauline and her daughter Claire. Actually, that was Thursday. I met them after, no, it was Wednesday, the day before I went to the dentist. I met up with them, and we had, coffee and tea and stuff, and that was nice. Hi, guys. And let me see, what else I've been doing, is writing. I've been writing a lot. So, Debbie, Eleanor, Sharon, Lily, I'm writing. Okay, I've been sitting here writing today, and I took a break so I could record this because it dawned on me that I hadn't posted anything in a while. During the days that it was nice and hot and sunny, I went out and ran little errands, and I got to see one of my favorite, as always. This kid is everywhere. I got to see my first ball dragon son, Michael. And I love seeing him. Because I'm like focused, when I go into town, to do shopping or whatever, I wear my sunglasses so I can observe. I mean, dark ones, so I can observe, because I was raised, my mother was like, it's rude to stare, it's rude to stare. But I like looking at people's faces but I don't want to stare. So this is why I always wear my sunglasses. So I'm wearing my sunglasses and I'm wandering around, and quite frequently I will run into Michael and I'll hear this, Kathy! Which I love. So this time I was coming home from the dentist and I got on the bus and sat down, and he got on and sat down opposite me and gave me a big smile and went, Kathy! At my age, the eyesight is gone, so I do have glasses. So my sunglasses, they don't have the lenses in them, but when he sits down opposite me or walks up to me and gives me that smile, it's the smile that I remember of the child I first met many years ago. So he sits down and he just yells in general at the people on the bus, YouTube, what did Kathy watch? And he's pointing at me, although originally he said, YouTube, what did Kathy eat? Watch it. And I'm like, no, sweetie, it's what did Kathy watch? And he corrected it, so we sat down and we had a chat until I got to my bus stop where I got off. And I love, Michael, I love you. You know this. You know this. As I'm getting off, he yells, love you, Kathy! And I'm like, love you too, baby. And the people on the bus are like, who the fuck are they? But it doesn't matter. So, Michael, I'm going to repeat it. Dude, you know where I am. It's time to stop meeting on the streets, come see me or give me your address and I'll come see you. So, that's how my week has gone right now. I'm waiting on John to come over. I've not seen him in a while because he's not been doing well. I have a lot of friends who haven't been doing well. So to all of you, you know I love you and I'm praying for you. My sister Kim stateside moved recently and that went successfully. So I'm glad that went successfully, Kim. Really, I know, past couple of years for you have been hard. So I'm just, chilling. What have I watched lately? What did Kathy watch lately? What I'm watching right now, and I just started it 2 days ago. On Netflix, there's something called Dr. Romantic. Again, it's a South Korean drama, and it's about a doctor. Think Grey's Anatomy, but in South Korea. But I watched the first 2 episodes, and before I noticed this was season 3, so I went back and all they have is season 3. So I went on YouTube because I'm like, I need to see season 1 and season 2. What's up with that? And I found it. So I've stopped season 3 and I'm watching seasons 1 and 2 on YouTube, and they have the full everything, no adverts or anything, and it's got the subtitles, and it's basically about the caste system. It grieves me, that there's a caste system globally. The biggest one is in India, but China has it, South Korea has it, the UK has it. There is a caste system. You know what? Quiet as it's kept, even America has one. The people who got money, they get over. And if you ain't got no money, then, oh well, sucks to be you. So, I'm watching this, and in this is about a kid whose father suddenly falls ill. And him and his mom take him to a hospital. I mean, he's just a normal guy. But he suddenly falls really deathly ill. So they take him to a South Korean hospital. And while they're waiting on a doctor to see him, and actually a doctor is examining him, this famous person comes in, a famous politician, that's who it is. He comes in, and everybody leaves the normal guy and goes to attend to the politician guy who lives in, sadly, the normal guy dies. Well, the kid goes nuts, He totally wrecks the waiting room and everything. He does. He manages to find, like a pole, like those poles that have IV bags on them. He grabs one and he's beating people with it and swinging it. And he's like, my father was here first. Why did you ignore him? This is not fair. So finally, the head doctor comes out and he manages to take the pole away from the young man, and he wrestles him to the floor, and he tells him, if you want to change things, then you need to do it from the inside. You need to change yourself first, and then, do it from the inside. So the kid grows up to be a really renowned doctor, and that's where it is right now, where I am right now. So it's really good. I'm seriously enjoying it. Oh, something else I did. Do you remember the review I did of The Tattooist of Auschwitz? And I was telling you how I had done it backwards, because normally for me, I will read the book first and then watch the movie or the series. Well, I did it. I couldn't stand it. Thursday, after I left the dentist, Waterstones, the bookstore, is not far from my dentist. So, I bought it. I'm halfway through it. And OMG, thus far, they've done a really good job of sticking to the book. I'm a stickler for, if you make a movie from a book, you should stick to the book. And thus far, they've done an excellent job. I've not finished it. Okay, this is where I am. I've not finished it, but I'm sure I'll be finished with it by 8 p.m. Monday. And I also I have this list. I've always had a list, like many people. It's the literary version of my bucket list, books I want to read before I die. And the day I bought The Tattooist of Auschwitz, I bought this one. Salman Rushdie's The Satanic Verses. I've never ever read it, and I cannot wait to read that. So, that's what I've been doing. Thank you, as always, for tuning in to my ramblings on my YouTube channel. Hello to all my subscribers, and whether you're new or someone who actually knows me and you're a friend, I'm grateful that you tune in. Additionally, the main thing I want you to all do is please stay safe. Stay safe. Okay? And that's Kathy out. Love you much.